Welcome to Nathan Burnett, episode 93, guys. Today I got my lovely girlfriend here, and we're going to go ahead and make some March Madness brackets together just like we did last year. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and run that intro. Alright, so just like I said before, we are making March Madness brackets together. We did this last year, and she actually did pretty well. I linked that video in my community post for y'all to go check out. So y'all can go check out how both of us did last year. But we're going to go ahead and do a similar thing this year. Before we get into that, go ahead and get the merch. I'm wearing the pocket design today. So it's getting hotter out there. You guys can go and get these small, these short sleeve ones. And I know a lot of people have sort of a negative relationship with YouTuber merch sometimes, as sometimes it can be seen as cringy to wear it in public and all that. But again, that's why we have the pocket design, so it's discreet. You know, it's like basically a blank shirt with the one logo on it. So I think it looks cool. I wear this like ever since I got this short sleeve. I've been wearing it because again, it's basically like a t-shirt with the logo on it. But I'll actually let my girlfriend pick the promo code because I usually let the guest choose the promo code, and technically she's the guest today. So what should the promo code be today for 25% off?
Well, I am noticing that the Final Four is going to be taking place at the Lucas Oil Stadium, which, a little fun fact about me, I've actually performed at the Lucas Oil Stadium before whenever I was in color guard in high school. It was a lot of fun. So I would actually like the promo code to be LucasFF 2026.
Okay, cool. So we'll do Lucas FF 26 just so it's not too long.
Yeah.
And that'll be the promo code this week. So if you're watching this, go check out the merch, link in the description. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into our brackets. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternate, and we're going to make 3 brackets each. So similar to last year, we'll have a rapid fire bracket where we have under a certain time to make brackets. So it'll be Sofia, then me for fast, and then we'll do normal bracket. So Sofia, then me, normal bracket. And then they also have added a feature, which they may have had this feature last year, actually, but I don't remember, where they have mascot bracket, which I think will be fun to do, especially because I know me and her have joked about picking brackets off of mascots. My mom has joked about picking brackets off of mascots, and it's sort of a cliche thing to do. So it looks like NCAA has officially like added that as a actual feature since they know so many people do it. So that will be fun. Also, you guys can check out, I'm going to do a chaos bracket, which will be made with this wheel here. So as you can see, I have all these things on the side for different things to land on to make my bracket. So I did a similar thing a few years back. I don't want to call it a unique or original concept just in case somebody has done it before. But from what I've seen, I haven't seen anybody else do it before. So I think it's a very interesting concept that I'm proud to have come up with. But essentially, I called it March Madness Roulette a few years ago. And again, it's essentially where I spin a wheel and the wheel decides my entire bracket. And that's why it's called March Madness Roulette. So that will be fun, but that will be a separate video. And I know some people don't really care for it as much. So it's going to be an unlisted video. It will not be a public video on my channel. But if you guys do want to go and check that out, I will link it in the description of this video, and I will make a community post about it so that the link gets out there for people that do want to watch it. But again, if you don't want to watch it, I understand. That's why I'm going to make it unlisted. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So Sofia, I will give you the mouse here on the second monitor, or the first monitor really, because we're recording on the second, but you know what I mean. On this monitor, I will go ahead and let you pick everything, and just as you did a second ago, just make sure you scroll down so you get everything you need to pick. And I will give you 3 minutes. Okay? So ready, set, go. Okay, we got Duke. Duke's a good option. Going for the upset of Northern Iowa. Okay, I actually made a video about Northern Iowa. You got Kansas, Blue Blood in there.
Wait, I didn't mean to click that.
You got, that's how you see their stats whenever you want to do like the full length bracket. So we got Florida. I'm just kind of commentating so that people know what's going on, and so it's not just dead silence. But Michigan State, okay, you got Louisville. We do have Kansas, as I was saying earlier. Texas, North Carolina State. UT, okay. So like if UT or UNC gets in, Michigan I think is a good pick. Texas Tech I think is a good pick. St. Louis I also think is a really good pick. Tennessee is all right. Virginia I think is good. Kentucky I think is good.
I still have to do these ones.
Yeah, you have to go until like you pick who your champion is. So you have Kansas over Northern Iowa, which is interesting. UCLA upset. Florida makes sense. Vanderbilt. I personally like Nebraska, but Long Island upsetting Villanova.
Actually, I prefer this one.
Gonzaga, Miami, St. Louis upsetting Michigan. All right.
Actually, I'll pick this.
Tennessee beating Virginia. I don't know how I feel about that, but Kansas, UCLA, okay. Florida, Texas A&M. I don't know much about Texas A&M. I haven't been watching them that much. I've been watching a few of these other seeds. So, St. Louis, Texas Tech. I don't hate Texas Tech going that far. I made a video on them. Kansas, UCLA. All right. UCLA, again, don't know too much about them. I know they've been doing all right this season. Okay, you got Gonzaga. I feel like Gonzaga, to be honest, is going to be upset. But again, this is the rapid fire round. So now these are going to be your championship teams. These are the two people competing in the championship. You got Florida and Gonzaga. Okay, Florida won the championship last year, so that's not a crazy pick. You got to put in what you think the score is going to be of that game.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna put a no.
That's what you did last year. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just kidding.
You put like 70 million.
I'm gonna put some crazy amount in.
That's actually not as crazy as you think it is. I mean, I don't think they're
crazy. I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna get 120, but actually, you'd be surprised that these college teams are getting like into the high 90s nowadays. It used to be like college teams like high scoring was like 60s and 70s. They're starting to score more like NBA teams now, which is crazy. But let's go ahead and go through here. So we got Texas A&M over Houston, which I don't know how I feel about that. But again, there's a rapid fire. We can't judge too much. Houston, I think, is gonna make it probably to the Final Four. We got UNC. UNC, I don't hate that. You got UNC making it to the Sweet 16. Swiss Eel is like lives in the UNC area, so I'm sure he's happy about that. You got Texas A&M upsetting North Carolina. I haven't seen too much of Texas A&M, so I don't know. Nebraska over Vanderbilt over Nebraska. They're similar seeded teams, but Nebraska's beat some really good teams this season, so I feel like Nebraska can take it because they've played against Michigan and some other teams. You got Florida going to the championship, which Florida, again, they won the championship last year. So not crazy to go the incumbent championships from last year because, again, UConn won 2 years in a row. You got Duke, and then Duke is being upset by TCU. I do think Duke is going to be upset, but I don't think it will be this early. Northern Iowa, I think can upset St. John's and some other teams. I just released a video on the day that we're recording this about Northern Iowa. Then you got Kansas. Kansas is a blue blood. That makes sense. Kansas, you got UCLA upsetting them. You got Gonzaga going all the way to the championship game, which Gonzaga, okay, they're a 3 seed, but I feel like Gonzaga's a high seed every year and then they get upset. They're like the known frauds of the tournament. You got Long Island upsetting Arizona, which to me is crazy because Arizona, they beat Alabama or Arkansas, whatever team it was. I think it was Alabama. Arizona beat Alabama, and again, they're number 1 seed. So I think Arizona definitely makes it a bit further. You got Long Island against High Point. High Point upsetting Wisconsin. Hawaii upsetting Arkansas. So like this entire section right here of the West is like all upsets, which is silly.
Well, just keep in mind, guys, I don't watch March Madness as much as he does, so I'm kind of.
Well, that's why we're doing this, because it's fun.
Well, I'm just picking based on vibes. So.
Yeah, but like I'm not like calling it out to be like it's bad. I just think it's funny that like all of these seeds besides Gonzaga are like double digits that you've had in the West. So you got Gonzaga. BYU actually has the number one NBA draft prospect right now. So you got North Carolina State and UT, whoever wins that, beating BYU. Then you got Gonzaga, as I talked about. Miami of Florida, okay. Purdue, I don't hate that. Purdue, I think, is going to make it a decent. Michigan, St. Louis. I like both of these teams is the problem, but I really think St. Louis can be a Cinderella team. The only problem is with this, how this is set up, they're going to have to go up against Michigan, and Michigan is like the powerhouse. So this can go either way. I don't hate St. Louis beating Michigan, but that will be a very hard game, because I think if St. Louis was facing any other team besides Michigan, they could make it to the Elite Eight. Then you got Texas Tech, which Texas Tech I think can make it pretty far. So you got them going up to the Elite Eight versus Kentucky. You got Tennessee versus Virginia. I think that's good. Virginia I think will make it far based on defense. Then you got Kentucky. You got Tennessee State upsetting Iowa State. Then you got Kentucky, Tennessee. And then this is your Final Four. I think this bottom right you did well, and I think this bottom left you did well. I think it's sort of this top part that's gonna like mess you up, because again, like this West is like all kind of upsets, but I think rapid fire you didn't do terribly.
That's good to hear.
So we will edit this one to say Sofia Rapid. And then back to my brackets. And then now we will... I just renamed this one. Why does it still have the old name? There we go. Okay, so this will be your like actual one. So I don't want this to go on like super long, because like obviously we don't want this to be like a 2-hour episode. So I will give you 15 minutes. You can look at the stats. Like again, you can click the eye icon, look at the stats, whatever you need to do. But this will be your like full normal, like who you think is gonna win bracket. So in 3, 2, 1, or actually wait, I need to make my rapid one first.
Wow. Oh, just trying to cut me off, huh?
No, because I forgot I said at the beginning we were gonna alternate. So I was used to you making 2 of yours and then me making 2 of mine, but I said we were gonna alternate. So let me go to 3 minutes, because then I don't want to see the stats that you look up. It also works better because then I don't have the stats that you're gonna look at whenever I make my rapid. Because if you were to make your long one and then look at the stats, I would have the stats in my head making the rapid one. So it's like more fair this way as well.
All right. If you say so.
All right. I have 3 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Arizona, Villanova, Duke, Ohio State, Northern Iowa, Kansas, Louisville, Michigan State, UCLA, UConn. I don't know. This one doesn't have many upsets, though. That's the problem. There's always bound to be upsets. So I feel like I'm going for, like, the comfortable teams. I'll take McNeese over Vanderbilt, just so I have an upset in there. UNC, Illinois, St. Mary's, Houston, Illinois, McNeese or Nebraska. I'll come back to that. Okay. Santa Clara and Kentucky, I also don't know how I feel about. Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, Texas Tech, St. Louis, Michigan, Texas Tech, Virginia, These two I had in my Final Four, and now they got to go up against each other for the Final Four. So I'll have to come back to that. Arkansas, BYU, Gonzaga, BYU, Miami, Purdue. BYU, I don't think is making it to the Final Four. Wisconsin and High Point. I kind of want to come back to that for an upset. So let's go here. UConn, just because it's UConn. Let's go Louisville, UConn, Northern Iowa, Duke, Northern Iowa, because again, I want Duke to get upset. We'll go UConn, just because again, they made it like the last like 3 years in a row. Houston's in my Final Four. Florida, we'll go McNeese for the fun of it. Florida. Houston, sorry. Texas Tech. Wisconsin. Arizona. Purdue. Houston, Texas Tech. Fuck it. And then Houston. And then score is 58-55 with 10 seconds to spare. I saw my time was getting low, so I had to go quicker. Again, like I feel like I don't have, so I have the opposite problem as you. You picked a lot of upsets. I feel like I picked not enough upsets. Because again, this is March Madness. Somebody's going to get knocked out of the bracket soon. And I feel like I picked way too conservatively and picked a lot of high seeds. I like to pick the teams that have the best defense. So that's why I picked Texas Tech, Virginia, all that. Houston winning the tournament. And then this side, I had to go fast, so I picked UConn just to play it safe because UConn's known to like always like go deep. Northern Iowa, I talked about their defense as well. So that's why I had them upsetting Duke. I just want Duke to get upset in general, if I'm being honest, because I've talked about the potential of them being upset. And then this side, again, I was running out of time, so I just went Purdue all the way down. I want BYU to get upset at some point. So I went Purdue. That's not really an upset because Purdue's technically a higher seed. But again, BYU has like the top NBA draft prospect, so people will keep saying BYU is going to win it. But I think that BYU's going to flop at some point and lose. So I went quick there. And then I went for a lower scoring game just because, again, this will be a defensive game. I've talked about how Texas Tech has good defense and Houston has good defense. So this is going to be a defensively won championship if it's these two. It will be a low-scoring game. I kind of almost want to drop this even lower and do like 50 points to 45 points, but my time is up. So we'll go ahead and finish that bracket. And then if it will let me, I don't know why it's not saving.
Ooh, yeah, it's not letting you.
If y'all can hear that.
It just doesn't like you, that's why. I'm just more goated than you.
I don't know why it's, again, like, not letting me save. Do I have... Oh, this is why.
Oh, you didn't complete it.
This is why. I didn't... what's it called? I didn't pick these. I was going to say, there's the reason why it wouldn't let me finish is because probably I didn't make a pick somewhere.
You didn't finish your bracket.
Well, because I said...
Shame, dude.
I said, like, oh, I'll come back to it later, and then, like, forgot to scroll back down.
Wow. So I guess I win. I win.
Well, we have to see how well these brackets actually do first.
Yeah, but at least I actually completed a bracket.
Okay, so what I was trying to say earlier is you can press like these little eye things and look at their stats, like a brief overview of their stats if you want. And then pick whichever one you want, and we'll go from there. And then I will kind of again talk about what I think is a good pick, and then we'll go from there. So you have 15 minutes on the clock, and you're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. If you want me to explain any of the stats too, just let me know.
Okay.
So Duke, I think, is the easy choice.
Let's see here.
But
I'm not even gonna look at the eyes again. I'm just gonna pick a pace based off of vibes.
But you picked off of vibes on the rapid one. You gotta like be you gotta channel your inner me and be analytical on this one.
Nah. I think I'd rather just let it ride, as you say.
Let it ride. Hey, sometimes that works. Let it ride. Well, I know what we're calling this bracket now. We're gonna call it Let It Ride. All in on 17 black. That's where that comes from. Let it ride. Arizona, okay. You got Utah.
I keep picking High Point because High Point University is the college I wanted to go to at some point, but I just didn't go.
We gotta make an episode out of this. You gotta take longer. No, I'm just kidding. We're already 20 minutes in. We're actually doing decent on time. Michigan, okay.
Picking.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I'm
Michigan.
just. Let's see. I'm just.
There's a guy on St. Louis. You want to know what his nicknames are?
What?
Larry Blur, because he wears sports glasses instead of Larry Bird. They also call him Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he's a white dude. And then what was the other ones? Like, it's all nicknames of like NBA players, but the fact that he's a white and wears glasses, it's so funny. Penn's University. I was about to say Penn State. But Penn and Teller. They're gonna go on the court and just do magic tricks.
I keep picking all the Texas schools because it's Texas. That's what I go based on. Ooh.
Texas Tech, okay. UCLA and Louisville can easily go either way. I mean, they're very close in seeding. I am pretty sure their stats are very similar. But Texas Tech, again, I don't hate. Texas Tech has an injured player right now, but I still think they can do it. UCLA, okay, went with the Duke upset. Okay. You got Penn and Teller versus Florida.
Oh, oops. I did not mean to do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let it ride.
Let it ride. Anytime somebody says let it ride, I have to recite the meme now. It's just like rules.
Alright.
It's the unwritten rule. Alright, we're gonna know who wins March Madness after, like, a week after the Mario movie. Because it's on April 6th.
I'm just doing eeny, meeny in my head at this point.
This is the thing. This is the thing I hate about March Madness nowadays. It used to be that it only happened in March, and it's called March Madness. And, like, Selection Sunday would be, like, the first week of March. We are now doing Selection Sunday March 15th, and now the tournament's going into April. To me, it doesn't feel like March Madness anymore. It used to be just the month of March, and now we're going into fucking April. Like they've pushed it like ever since like COVID. They've been pushing the tournament further and further back. And at some point, it's gonna be like, what's like a synonym for madness that rhymes with A? It's gonna be called like April aneurysm or something. Like,
you see the score they did?
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna fix it. I'm gonna be a little bit more realistic here.
But like again, it's like it doesn't. If y'all are watching the podcast and y'all made it this far in the episode, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think like they need to fix the scheduling of March Madness, or do you think it's fine? Am I just nitpicking that it goes into April? To me, it's just it feels weird that it's called March Madness.
Oh wait, I finished the bracket and I didn't even let you like comment on it.
That's all right. I'll call this Sofia. No, what we say? Let it ride. What's funny is that my bracket I've set my brackets to I've set my brackets to public because then people in the podcast could go back and look at our brackets. And so that's like I was gonna say before it said like this name is already taken. I was gonna say someone could like not even know what this podcast is and fucking like just be scrolling other people's brackets and see a bracket just called Let It Ride. There we go. I'll just call it that.
All right. So, what are your comments? Your thoughts?
Okay, you got Duke, TCU against Iowa State. You can go either way.
Wait, where? TCU against Iowa State?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, Ohio.
What did I say?
You said Iowa.
Oh, Ohio. Northern Iowa, Kansas. This is like the same as your Rapid one, though. That's again like what I was worried about. Is like this is like all the stuff I'm gonna say is like very similar to what I was gonna say about your Rapid, because like all of this is very similar. You have Penn State going on like a freaking Cinderella run, which is crazy. But you got UCLA. UCLA upsets Florida. Miami also upsetting Arizona. So you got 2 number 7 seeds in the championship. And then you got UCLA over Florida. So you got the westest of West Coast going up against the eastest of East Coast. Which is funny. And I don't know why they did this. Why did they put west on the right side of the bracket and east on the left side of the bracket?
I don't know.
Like, west is left of the country, and east is right side of the country, because that's how a compass works. And they put east over here and west over here, which makes it more confusing. Because, like, again, you got friggin' Florida. Florida is...
Technically, it's Miami
Well,
University.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, the state. Florida is east. And then, like, yeah, see, Florida is here. Florida, they have on the left side of the bracket, but it's on the right side of the country. And then UCLA, they have...
Well, it says
UCLA
it says
is
South
west.
and Midwest, like, on some of these.
Yeah, but it's like, these two at least could have been swapped. And then these two... Yeah, you could have just reversed the bracket. Because then West and Midwest are on the left side, and East versus South goes on the right side.
Also, this is a little unrelated, but, like, don't people get, like, mad if you confuse, like, Florida State University, like, to Miami University or whatever? Like, don't they get mad if you confuse
Yeah, because they have a big rivalry.
Yeah.
So I was saying Florida because the FL right here. The reason they have FL for Miami is because there's a team called Miami of Ohio, which let me see if they're actually in the bracket. Did they make it to the bracket? Because I was talking about them, but I don't know. I didn't see them when we were making our bracket. What is their hang on, I'm gonna not show my screen for a second because I'm gonna Google and I don't know what Google is gonna bring up. So Miami of Ohio acronym, Because maybe they abbreviated it. Abbreviation. Okay, they just call it MU.
Wait, Monsters University?
Is Miami of Ohio not in March Madness? Miami of Ohio is in March Madness. The Redhawks are the 11th seed. They will face SMU. So I just not see it.
It said no, Miami is in March Madness.
It says it is in March Madness.
But literally the first word it said no.
Hey, here it is. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here.
Okay.
So they put MIAO SMU.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why they did it like that. Like, they should have just spelled out Miami and then parentheses OH like they did with Florida. But, you know. Okay, so we got to go back to here. Create new entry. Let me reshare my screen. Glad I remembered to do that.
Yeah, it would be pretty unfortunate if you did your whole bracket for nobody to see.
All right, so I got 15 minutes on the clock. So I think Duke is like the obvious choice here. Opponent efficiency, yeah. Overall winning percentage 69 versus 94. Yeah. Ohio State versus TCU. Opponent efficiency, TCU has the better defense. Net ranking 29-39. Okay. Winning percentage 64 versus 69. One of them is Big 10, one of them is Big 12. Winning percentage, conference rank. This is a hard choice. I'm gonna go. Okay, Ohio State has the better net rating, so I'm gonna go with them. Northern Iowa is who I liked before because they have really good defense. They only have a 67 winning percentage though, and they have a way lower net. So overall winning percentage 65, conference rank 6, conference rank 1. So I think I have to go St. John here. I made a video about Northern Iowa. I think Northern Iowa can beat St. John under certain circumstances, but I have to. When in doubt, I pick over defense. That's the secret behind my picks. Is anytime I'm like, oh, I don't know, I will go with the defensive team or the highest net rating team. Kansas, I think this should be an easy choice. Net ranking 21, 98. Seed 413. Opponent efficiency, they both have sort of like crappy defense. So I'll go Kansas. Louisville, or their Southern Florida has better defense, but Louisville is higher in net. Conference ACC, okay. This American Athletic Conference. Okay, they got 312 three-pointers this year, averaged 88.3 points. And then they also had decently better defense. We'll still go Louisville there. Michigan, I mean, it looks like fucking North Dakota State doesn't even stand a chance because their net ranking is 114, for God's sake. So we'll go Michigan State. UCF, I like. I have a UCF shirt. They, so like I've been watching them a little bit, but again, they don't have the best defense in the world. They're only 9-9, so I think we go UCLA here. I'm not picking very many upsets, but you know. Okay, UConn has the better defense and the better net rating, so I think we go UConn there. Yeah, this one's TBD, so we gotta go Florida. Clemson, Iowa. True shooting percentage 60, net ranking. But Clemson's got better defense. Overall winning percentage 60-71. Seed. This Big 12 versus ACC. All right, I'm going Iowa here. McNeese has been fun to watch. I'm going McNeese here because they have a lot better defense. Nebraska. I think probably UNC here. Yeah, UNC. Illinois. Yeah, Illinois. St. Mary's versus Texas A&M. I have not seen much of either of these teams. I know St. Mary's has had decent defense from what I've heard. And it shows there that their opponent efficiency is less than 100. So I think that might be what I pick here. They also have a better net ranking than Texas A&M, so I might go there. We got Houston, Iowa State versus Tennessee State. I haven't seen either of these teams. Looks like Iowa State has better net and defense, so I'll go that. True shooting percentage. Both of these teams' true shooting percentage is kind of low, if I'm being honest. Okay, we can probably go Kentucky here. Virginia. Miami of Ohio, I think, can do well. I don't know if they can beat Tennessee, but net ranking 20, 55, opponent efficiency. Yeah, Tennessee has really bad defense. So I'm going to go Miami of Ohio. If they win versus SMU, will be above Tennessee. And we got Alabama, Texas Tech, St. Louis, Michigan. Now this is the one I'm most conflicted on. Opponent efficiency, like net ranking, yeah, it's high. But St. Louis has the better defense. Michigan has better winning percentage, but I mean, I think I have to go Michigan just because it's Michigan. Again, I feel like if St. Louis went up against anybody else, they could have won. And then Texas Tech here. And then this, again, will be interesting. Michigan actually has better defense than Tech here. But again, they're like a 3-point shooting team. I think I have to go Michigan there as well. Purdue, Missouri versus Florida. We go Miami there. Gonzaga. Yeah, Gonzaga. We'll go BYU. Let's look at Hawaii. Yeah, okay, Arkansas. Okay, I'm going to go High Point because they have crazy better defense here. And then Villanova versus Utah. We'll go Utah on that one because they have a decent net and better defense. Arizona versus Long Island. Arizona because, yeah, duh. Arizona here as well. And then High Point. This will be a hard game, but I think I'm going to go High Point here. Arizona. And then BYU versus Gonzaga. Let's see. Gonzaga. Because their defense, this is what I was saying about Houston versus BYU if they went up against each other, is like if you can crowd BYU, they'll lose. So Gonzaga with good defense should win that. Feel like Miami can win this one probably. And then, yeah, Gonzaga for defense here. These are both really good teams. Gonzaga technically has the better defense, but let's come back to that. Okay, Virginia, I think, will win this one. Because, again, Miami of Ohio, yeah, they're undefeated, but they don't have the tournament experience. Kentucky versus Iowa State. Let's go Iowa State here. And then who has the better defense? Iowa State. Michigan. Houston. Illinois versus UNC will be fun. Okay, I think we go Illinois here. I am picking a lot of high seeds, but Houston, again, I like. Nebraska and McNeese will be the game to watch. That will be a very interesting game. Nebraska's a higher net, but I feel like I have to go an upseed here just because I don't have enough upseeds in my bracket. And then we'll go Florida, Iowa. Florida's got a little bit better defense. Florida, then McNeese. We'll go McNeese there for fun. Houston. All right, now we're back up here. Duke versus Iowa State.
You keep saying Iowa State. It's
Ohio State. I don't know why I keep reading that wrong. This should be an interesting game as well. Let's go St. John just to, let it ride. Louisville versus Michigan. This one can also go either way. I don't know what we go with this one. True shooting percentage 60. They're only 0.1 defense off of each other though. That's the thing. Net ranking, Michigan is better. I might have to go Michigan there just because they're higher net. They're very close in defense. UConn, again, UConn for the defense. UConn for the defense. Duke. I don't want Duke to be in my Final Four because I think they're going to be upset. But I don't know who's going to upset them. We got Michigan there. Gonzaga. Gonzaga, I talked shit about them earlier, but I'll put Gonzaga there because of defense. All right, you know what I'm going to do just for fun? Let it ride. We're going to switch Duke for St. John. And then St. John, you're going to be beat by UConn. And then UConn versus Houston will be a very defensive game. So we're going to go Houston here. And then we'll go Gonzaga probably here. Houston and Gonzaga. And then who has the better defense between y'all? Gonzaga does. Okay. I think I have to go Gonzaga here. And then I will do 50 to... No, you know what? It's a championship game. I got to increase this a little bit. 55 to 50. Because they both have pretty decent defense. Actually, I'll increase this a bit more. Because they're both... Their opponent efficiency is like 90. So I will do like 60 to 57. I don't know how I feel about Duke. I want them to be upset, but that could just be my bias. High Point, I got upsetting a little bit. Gonzaga, again, I talk shit about them, but they could have a decent chance. BYU, failing early because of Gonzaga's defense. Michigan is Michigan. And then Virginia, I think, can make it far. But Iowa State has the better defense. I like Virginia's defense, but Iowa State is better. Virginia, I think, can beat Miami of Ohio, even though they're undefeated. And then we have Houston going all the way because they're Houston. And then I have McNeese here going on a Cinderella run as well. So I think I have some decent Cinderella teams. I wish I had a bit more upsets in here. But just based off net ranking and defense, I think we lock that in. So I will actually name it the same as you and do Let It Ride Nathan.
With no capital letters, cause
What?
Oh, mine's better. Oh man.
Okay, so now we got to do. I want to do an auto pick just to see what it does. Okay, so I'm gonna do that just for fun. So auto pick. Let it ride. Literary.
Sounds good.
And then I want to do another auto pick. Use my stats. I want you to use opponent points per game low. And then I want to do, where is it? Points off turnovers high. Defensive efficiency high. Second chance points high. I want like rebound percentage, things like that, to be high. Assist to turnover ratio, effective field goal. Yeah, see, here we go. Rebounds per game high. All right. So this is going to be auto picked based on who's the best at defense, who has the best rebounds, and who scores off their opponent's mistakes the best. Okay, now, and it has Gonzaga like I did. Okay, so I think that's really what makes, like, what will actually win the tournament. I think it's always defense and depth. So we have St. Florida upsetting, which is crazy. And then I'm going to put in defense wins champs. What if I do a W? All right, cool. That's my defense wins championships one. All right, now we're going to do mascot mode. Mascot mode will be fun. Again, I think they had this last year because I think I actually do remember picking, like, between the two, and it shows the logo. But we'll go ahead and do that. So
so how am I gonna know which mascots like are which?
Well, it'll bring it up. I don't know why it exited. Here, new entry, mascot mode. See, there we go. All right.
Okay.
So this is gonna be your turn, and then I will go ahead and do mine.
Okay.
And then again, be sure to check out when I do March Madness Roulette down in the description. That will be another fun bracket that I have. And then we will check back as the tournament goes on to see how each of these picks do. Those will be the future episodes of the podcast, as well as obviously all the stuff going on in the NBA, like Spurs and all that. But be sure to be checking in to see how our brackets do. So you can go ahead now.
All right, I'm picking based off of the mascot. If I don't like the mascot, then you lose. All right.
I gotta do neck rolls while you do this. I'm not used to this angle on my computer, so my neck's starting to hurt.
All right, I'm gonna pick the big dogs because they're doggies. Horned frogs. Human mascots I don't really like that much. So
the Buckeyes.
Panthers. I like the birds and the red birds. And
a few of these mascots I already know because, again, I've been making videos on March
What are
Madness.
lancers?
Lancers, like what's it called? Imagine somebody like with a spear.
Oh, boring. Cardinals, because it makes me think of your mom.
Without context to the audience, it's gonna sound weird. My mom likes Cardinals, so.
Bruins. Why are these called Bruins?
Bruins are like a type of bear, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, it's always been the UCLA Bruins.
I wish I could pick this one, but I didn't know the UCF had Knights.
Yeah, they've always been.
I like UCF because it's
the
Orlando.
UCF
but...
the UCF shirt has like a knight helmet on it. You've never seen that?
No, but it's Orlando. I like Orlando, so.
University of Central Florida.
Isn't that where your buddy JX Remy went?
Yeah, that's where JX Remy went.
Okay.
Shout out JX Remy.
All right, I'm just gonna pick UCF just because it's Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Doggies, Huskies, Gators.
And then this one again, it's gonna be the winner of these two. That's why it shows like that. Okay. So it's either Panthers or Mountain Hawks.
I'm gonna do Gators.
All right.
Tigers.
Commodores.
What are Commodores?
Commodores.
Sorry, I sound dumb, but...
No, I'm thinking of something else. I was about to say, what's it called? I know there's I think I'm thinking of Vanderbilt by accident. There's one team that like they're near the sea, and so they're based off of like their name's based off of, like a ship ranking.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Cowboys.
Hang on, let me look it up first. What are Commodores? Okay, it is this that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Commodore is a senior naval officer rank, typically ranking above a captain and below a rear admiral.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm still picking Cowboys because Cowboys, it's Cowboys.
You're gonna get all the Dallas fans riled up now.
Cornhuskers.
They're gonna think we're Dallas Cowboys fans.
Cornhuskers.
Yeah, you don't know Cornhuskers? That's what's it called? Wichita State is called the Shockers, and their mascot's a guy eating corn. It's one of my favorite teams.
But Trojans just sounds cooler. Aren't these both Rams almost? I mean, Tar Heels.
Mm-hmm.
I like the drawing in this one better. Quakers and what is this?
They're both humans, so you have to pick between humans. The Fighting Illini.
What does that mean?
Because that's University of Illinois, so it's the Fighting Illini, and then the Quakers is the Quakers.
I'm gonna go with the Illini.
You don't like oatmeal?
No. The Aggies. What are these?
The Gales. It's probably just something like the Quakers, where it's like a family name.
I'm gonna go Aggies because Aggies. Sorry, UT people. Longhorns. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And then Houston's the Cougars.
I like that.
Yeah, I already knew that one.
Wildcat.
Arizona.
Ooh, Sharks! Sharks! I love Sharks. These are Aggies also?
Yeah.
But they're a bovine. They're kind of bovine. I'm going to do Wildcats.
As you'll notice, there's a lot of basketball teams that have cat mascots.
Well, I like the Badgers because he looks angry and he's walking, so he looks like he's about to
Rocket Raccoon, except it's not a raccoon, it's a badger.
Well, he looks like he's gonna get down to business, so
he's standing on business.
Yeah. Rainbow Warrior.
Hang on, I gotta move my chair so I'm like more in frame.
I like the Piggies. Razorback.
I'm further away from the computer now.
BYU is also
but
good.
At least I can be seen.
And what about this? Longhorns?
So that's Longhorns versus Wolfpack.
Okay.
So it's the UT Longhorns versus, what is it? In North Carolina State Wolves, basically.
I'm just going to pick
But they call themselves the Wolfpack.
Owls are cool. Hurricanes? I didn't realize
You didn't know they were called that?
No. I mean, I know, like...
Think of where Miami is located.
I know. It also kind of makes sense because Pepperdine University, they're the Waves. Mm-hmm. So if they can do Waves over there, then, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't do Hurricanes. I don't like this tiger drawing, though. It's kind of like, it's too goofy for me. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes.
It looks like somebody tried to make an off-brand Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes.
Boilermaker, and I'm gonna go Royals because retrievers or bison.
So dog, bison, or Wolverines.
Wolverines. What are these? Elves or something?
Yeah, they look like what's it called? Not elves. What am I thinking of?
Like, I know there's supposed to be some sort of mythical creature, but...
Yeah, they're kind of like, elves, or what's the other thing that's not elves that I'm thinking of that has pointy ears?
Gnomes?
Yeah, or like kind of like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go with bulldogs because
they're supposed to. It says they're like a mythical pointy-headed creature that represents good luck, happiness, and prosperity. So kind of like a mix between elves and gnomes.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Red Raiders and Zips. Zips looks funny. I like that. The Zips. Is that what a big cats? What is that? An elephant? Is that an elephant right there? I think I see an elephant.
I mean their mascot is the Tide. It's called the Crimson Tide.
All right, I'll do that.
That's why they call it Roll Tide.
Definitely this right here.
You don't like the Volunteers? I think that's one of the cooler mascot names because it's like not like a alpha animal, you know.
I like the wolf in this, like the wolf's face in this. He looks like he's serious about things. Like
They're called the Raiders though, so I don't know why they have a dog there.
Broncos. I like horses. Cyclones or tigers. So many tigers. It was like the third tiger I've seen.
Yeah, but there also was like 3 different panthers and like 3 different wildcats.
I know.
I told you there's gonna be a lot of cat.
I don't know.
Like, mascots.
Kind of interested to see how a tornado will do. So we'll see that. All right.
But now it just went all the way back to like your first picks.
Doggy's gonna win. The 2 birds. This one looks like kind of like a Mickey Mouse cartoon. This one looks like he takes things more seriously, so I'm gonna pick in this one. Bison or Cardinals. Again, Cardinals. Let's gotta go with the doggies. Love the doggies.
Even though you hated the doggies when we got together, because I liked San Diego State, and you said poo-poo. You said doggy is the color of poo-poo.
Well, because it made you mad at the time.
Yeah, I remember
anything that made you mad made me mad. So
I remember. So I told this on the last time we did March Madness, but I had SDSU going like to the Final Four, and then SDSU went up against UConn, and she was trying to like flirt with me at some point. So like this was like right before we got together, and I was talking to her about March Madness. And she posted on her Instagram story when UConn won whenever I was going for San Diego State. And she said like, boo, UConn, your dog is the color of bird poop and like stuff like that.
All right, so who would win between a gator and a tiger, like in a fight? What do you think?
I mean, a tiger would probably fuck up a gator, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you're right. Cowboys and Trojans. I'm going with Cowboys because Cowboys,
I mean, that's essentially like Roman. I mean, not Roman. They're Trojan soldiers, but versus like Western guns.
All right, we got Tar Heels, Aggies and Cougars. Aggies, just because it's A&M. Again, sorry, UT Austin people.
No, this will be a fun one because there's a common internet debate on who would win in a fight: a bear versus a shark.
I'm picking shark because sharks are cooler. I'm picking shark because sharks are cooler. Both of them look serious. Yeah, I'll do the Badgers because again, I like how he's walking in 2 feet.
He's standing 10-toed. You should say that. Do you know what that means?
No.
So like again, like the phrase "standing on business." So standing 10-toed means like you have both feet planted on the ground.
All right. So if the Longhorns win, I don't know because it depends. Owls are cool. But if the Longhorns win this one, I kind of want to go with Longhorns.
My problem is if I do mascot picking, I gotta not let like the actual stats like be my bias. If I'm gonna do mascot mode, I gotta do true mascot mode.
Which is what I'm doing. So I
know that's what I'm saying. But like for me, I feel like I'm gonna go into mascot mode and just do the one I know is gonna win. But it takes away the fun of it.
Longhorns or owls? I don't know, because we have too many dogs, like wolves, so I don't want the wolf pack, but if a Longhorn won, I'm picking owls. Owls are smart. Hurricanes. Yeah, Hurricanes would tear down a castle, I'm sure. Wolverine. Well, it's Wolverines.
What's it called? Not if I don't know if you believe in like spirit animals and stuff, but I've taken a spirit animal quiz a few times whenever I was like in middle school and high school, and my spirit animals were owl and snow leopard because I wait and think out my strategy of attack, and like both those animals are known to like do that. Like they're silent hunters and stuff.
All right. I know we got a big elephant here, but I kind of want this guy to win. Even though he looks goofy, and I've made fun of goofy mascots in the past, like, he looks like he has determination, you know? Like, I gotta pick him.
Zip, zip.
Mm-hmm. This one looks like he's ready to fuck you up, so... Yeah. I'm scared just looking at him.
But you like horses, though.
I do like horses.
The last one had the Mustangs.
But this one has horses.
You're voting on a dog mauling a horse, though, on the last one. I just hope you know that.
Oh well. But
I thought that was gonna like make you all sad. Like, I don't want to imagine a dog biting a horse.
Well, let's see. We got horses on this one. So, do you think a horse will be able to survive a tornado? That's the question.
I don't know, but you're voting on a tornado killing horses on this one. So,
all right,
maybe
tornado it is.
Maybe you're not as equestrian as you once thought you were.
All right, doggies and birdies. I don't know. I still think the birdie would win because again, he looks serious. Doggies.
So I can already predict you're gonna have Yukon go all
Cowboys. The way, Aggies. Sharks because they're cool. Owls and hurricanes. Owls because owls just make me think of you in general. Mm-hmm. The Zip, he has to go up, and then Raiders, Red Storm. All right, Angry Bird versus Dog.
Angry Bird. It's the Pokemon. It's the new Pokemon Gen 10 starter, the Angry Bird. Except this one's red.
Mm-hmm. You mean Brout or some
whatever his name is? Yeah, the one everybody's making memes on.
Yeah, everyone's been saying that he's like Rock Lee's starter because of the brows. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna pick the doggies. I mean, I gotta stay loyal to the doggies. Cowboys, Sharks. I'm gonna pick the Zip to win, like, because again, he's just goofy looking, and I love him.
That's the fucking college that LeBron went to, so I'm not choosing that one.
Zips. Yeah, I'm picking the Zips to win.
Now you gotta do it.
And now they win by 500 points. And the loser gets 5 points. That's
okay.
Oh, wait. Is that... I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit to 6 points.
They're gonna score 5 points. You know what? I'll be nice. 6 points. Oh, I have caps lock on still.
I just love the Zips. I'm sorry, the Zips just won me over.
Alright, let's go. Mascot mode.
Alright, remember, you gotta get all logic out of the window for this one.
Okay, I think Dukes is cooler. Horned Frogs. I like the Red Storm one, looks better. Lancers. I don't know why you don't like human mascots. I like...
Because they're boring. I don't know. I like animal mascots
Cardinals, better. Spartans. I really like the Spartans. I like the Knights. Paladins is badass. I'm going faster to give myself less time to think about the stats and just look at the mascots. So this is kind of like a rapid fire one for me too.
Okay.
Gators, Tigers, Commodores, Trojans, Rams, Fighting Illy. I don't like the Aggies, so I'm picking anything that's against the Aggies. Cougars, Wildcats.
Of course,
Badgers,
you pick all the cats. This guy is a big cat guy.
Cougars, Owls, Hurricanes. Boilermakers, I think, is like a badass name for a mascot because it's got history behind it.
No, not the Zips. You got rid of the Zips.
I know.
Well, just because LeBron went.
Volunteer, Cavaliers, Wildcats, Cyclones, Blue Devils, Red Storm. This one's hard. I like the Cardinals actually has them dunking the basketball. Knights, Tigers, Commodores, Fighting Illy, Cougars, this Red Wildcats, Badgers, Owls, Boilermakers, Wolverines, Red Raiders, Cavaliers, Wildcats, St. John, Cardinals, Commodores, Cougars, Badgers, Owls, Wolverines, Cavaliers, two red fucking birds, Commodores, Badgers, Cavaliers is cooler, Commodores is cooler, Badgers is cooler, Badgers, alright, 75, 70. Alright.
I mean, yeah, I'm okay with you picking the Badgers because, again, he looks like he's standing on business.
You know what? I'm gonna name it this for fun. Rocket. Is Raccoon 2 C's or 1 C?
2 O's.
I know it's 2 O's, but is it like that?
Yeah.
Or is it like that?
No, it's just 1 C, 2 O's. Here, I'll even look it up for you.
Why am I losing caps lock? There we go. Rocket Raccoon, baby.
Yeah, see, it is 1 C.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It's 2 C's, sorry.
See, I told you.
Oopsies. Sorry, I was just being dumb.
Alright, let me edit this then. Rocket Raccoon.
Oopsie, sorry, didn't mean to misspell.
It's alright. Alright, so we got all those out the way. You guys can go back in the video, pause it at any time, see what our picks are. Brackets lock in 3 days, 14 hours. And again, go and check out the unlisted video that I will have to make this bracket, which I think will be fun. All that good stuff. Check out the merch in the description. Promo code's going to be LucasFF26. All that good stuff. I don't think I have any other announcements. So this was just a fun episode where we make our brackets, and that's going to be the podcast episode for this week. Go and check out all my other stuff on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you made it this far in the episode, because I'm sure you'll enjoy my other content. And with all that said, I will see you guys all in the next one. Nathan Burnett, episode 93.